Niko Bellic sat in the driver's seat of the car, his hands gripping the steering wheel tightly as he drove towards the gateway of the airport. Beside him sat his cousin Roman, who was chattering away excitedly about their plans for the evening. But Niko's mind was elsewhere, his thoughts consumed by the sight of Darko Berbic standing before him. Darko Berbic, the man who had killed Niko's old friends 10 years ago during his time as an ex-army military officer on the front lines of war. Darko was now handcuffed and suffering from drug addiction, a shell of the man he once was. Niko could see the pain and desperation in his eyes, and for a moment, he felt a twinge of pity. But then the memories flooded back, the bloodshed, the violence, the destruction. Niko had witnessed enough death in his lifetime, and he knew that killing Darko would bring him no satisfaction. It would only serve to perpetuate the cycle of violence that had consumed his past. As they reached the gateway of the airport, Niko turned to Darko and warned him to never come after them again. He told him to leave them alone and let them be. And with that, Niko and Roman walked away, leaving Darko to rot and suffer by his own miseries. Niko had come to Liberty City to escape his past demons, to seek redemption for the sins he had committed. He had no desire to go back to being the cold-blooded killer and murderer he once was. He had his own moral code to uphold, and he knew that leaving Darko alive was the right decision. And as they walked away, Niko felt a weight lift off his shoulders. He had made the choice to let Darko live, to break the cycle of violence that had plagued his past. And as he looked towards the future, he knew that he was on the path to redemption. The path to a new beginning. Niko Bellic sat in the driver's seat of the car, his hands gripping the steering wheel tightly as he navigated through the bustling streets of Liberty City. Beside him, his cousin Roman chattered excitedly about their plans for the evening, but Niko's mind was elsewhere. As they approached the gateway of the airport, Niko's eyes fell upon a familiar figure standing on the sidewalk. Darko Berbic, the man who had betrayed him and killed his old friends 10 years ago during his time as an ex-army military officer on the battlefield. Darko was now handcuffed and suffering from drug addiction, a mere shell of the man he once was. Niko's first instinct was to seek revenge, to make Darko pay for his sins. But as he looked into Darko's eyes, he saw only emptiness and despair. There was no satisfaction to be gained from killing a man who was already broken and defeated. With a heavy heart, Niko made a decision. He warned Darko to never come after them again, to leave them alone and let them live their lives in peace. And then, without looking back, he walked away, leaving Darko to rot and suffer by his own miseries. As he and Roman made their way through the airport, Niko couldn't shake the feeling of emptiness that lingered within him. He had witnessed enough death, violence, and destruction during his past as a soldier. He had come to Liberty City to escape his demons, to seek redemption and a chance at a new life. And in that moment, Niko realized that true strength lay not in seeking revenge, but in letting go of the past and forging a new path forward. He had maintained his moral code, refusing to become the cold-blooded killer and murderer he once was. As they boarded their flight, Niko felt a sense of peace wash over him. He had made the right choice, the choice to walk away from darkness and towards the light. And as the plane took off into the night sky, Niko knew that he was finally free from the chains of his past. Double tap to activate, double tap. Talk back off.